So, ladies and gentlemen, the person you see on the stream right now is LONk, who is a YouTuber. YouTubes a lot of indie games, including, as you saw in the chat, if you were here a little bit earlier, Vidar, who that dev is actually going to be doing a panel later during the expo, I think on Saturday or
Sunday.
Sunday. Sunday.
Sunday.
But LONk is going to be talking about his channel and the games that he features and all that sort of stuff, and probably a little bit about how YouTube and YouTubers and indie games interact well because they help each other. So, with that said, take it away, LONk.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and just start over a little bit. The ideology behind LONk is to review games that you may or may not have heard of, but should definitely give a chance, and that's kind of the lifeblood of the channel, reviewing indie games. I also want to get into, like I mentioned in the forum, vlogs, talking about geek culture. It's becoming more acceptable or whatever in today's society, and I want to talk about things like Dragon Ball Z, what's going on in the future of anime, and all that kinds of stuff and all that. And I also have a big passion for Zelda, obviously, because my avatar is Yellow Link. So I was trying to find a new creative way to do Zelda, something related to the Zelda franchise, and that's when I stumbled across Link to the Past, Parallel Worlds, or whatever. And that is a hack of Link to the Past, and it's really, really hard. It's like playing Dark Souls, but Legend of Zelda style, so you die a lot. And so I was like, well, how can I incorporate that? So I've been working for the past couple months making series about like PBG kind of style, where I bring in a fan-made Zelda game and then discuss that, and talk about it, because no one really does that on YouTube, as far as I know. I haven't really found any, a lot of fan-made content on there for like the Zelda franchise, and I think it's a really interesting field, because the people who make fan-made games, including stuff like Pokemon Uranium, which you should also check out, is just mind-boggling me, because these guys don't make any money off of this, because they can't, because it's a franchise that's not theirs. They just do it for practice and to learn some really cool stuff, about just life and programming and everything. And so I have a really soft spot in my heart for people who make fan-made games about stuff to do with like Nintendo and whatever franchise you could possibly think of. But in other news, I also stream on Twitch recently. That's my preferred method. So my YouTube link is youtube.com/ImightBeLonk. Let me go ahead and send that to the guys here in the Skype chat, because I don't have access to it. youtube.com/ImightBeLonk, and then twitch.tv/ImightBeLonk. You guys can leave a follow or a subscribe on there. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps me out. It helps me help you bring some cool new content. I've got a cool little gimmick that I've came up with for the LONk. One of my favorite Zelda games is Link's Awakening. So I came up with LONk's Awakening, where if you've ever played the game, you get to the end. Spoiler alert: you awaken the one fish, and then you wake up. And then Koholint Island, the entire place where you lived, was it disappears. So what I came up with is that LONk was created by the Windfish to restore Koholint Island by beating or reviewing games, indie games, one step at a time, and that's kind of the gimmick that I came up with, similar to Future Man Gaming or anything like that. Responding to a question by Jeremy, how often do I upload content? Starting next week, I will finally be getting back to uploading at least a review video a week, or every 2 weeks. And also, I've been working hard to do some networking. That's why I re-met with these guys over at Too Many Games, kind of randomly, because I recognized their microphones that they made, that we had a fun chat about. So that was really interesting. And I was like, oh my gosh, Indie Game Riot guys, I remember them. We met on the stairs at MagFest. So that was really exciting. But yeah, it's been a journey for the past about 4 to 6 months. It's been a while since I've actually had who's the owner of the ear. That is Evan's ear.
Oh, hi.
And he is here visiting. We were planning on going to SGC this weekend. Unfortunately, we had some financial issues like yesterday, and we had to pay that off. So that was kind of our SGC budget. So yeah, but it's all good now. We're fine. So this is my beautiful wife. See her. So she's awesome. She helps me get through life one step at a time. So it's fun. We also have a 2-year-old son. His name is Cade, and he is the most beautiful child in the world. So yes, Evan. Evan is the beautiful wife.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Dean says nobody's LONk's wife but me.
Dean, oh my gosh. I love you, Dean. You're awesome.
I'll fight you, Dean.
Now you have to tell them what actor.
Oh, well, Savannah's been sending me sticky notes when she wants to talk to me, and while we were, doing the pre-stream before the panel, and she says, in reference to Dean, so you can declare undying love on social media for Dean, but not for me. And so I thought that was hilarious. Anyways, I guess let's talk about like the history of LONk again for those of you just tuning in. The history of LONk comes from the idea of to start something different that hasn't been really. Is that just a winky face? Yes, he will grow up right. But based on the ideology of trying to start a different kind of YouTube channel, and that's what it says on my business card. Can you go get my business card real quick? I just got these made and they're really cool. So I made the image on Vistaprint because they were doing a promo code, but what I ended up doing is ripping the image that I made on Vistaprint because I was lazy. I took it to Office Max, got their standard cardstock, and got it laminated, and that was the result. So you can see that's my little avatar. My friend Xander drew that. I'm going to give you a link to his YouTube channel, youtube.com/XanderFlix. And he is an amazing guy. He lives about 5 minutes from me, and he's got a lot more steam rolling on YouTube right now. So he actually got approached a couple months ago by Smosh and was asked to work for them. But he's only 17. He's got almost 10,000 subscribers. Oh, actually, I think he broke that milestone. But he is a really cool dude, and he's kind of an art prodigy. So, but yeah, me and him actually do a lot of work together. We are making a Jurassic World video coming soon. That's something that I love to do as well, is skits with my camera, and I've got a Rebel T5i. So that's what when you see me film on my channel, that's the camera that I'll be using for the most part. But Xander's a really amazing human being, and you should definitely check out his content. He's got a couple different channels. You can find those all on his YouTube channel. So he does comics, he does art, he's doing Zace games, and we're playing some obscure things on there because he lives so close to me. It's kind of, it'd be stupid not to go over there and just, play some Let's Plays with him. Let's see, what else? There is a couple things. I'm a computer science major. I just recently transferred to the local university here in Hickory, North Carolina. That's where I am from. I went to UNC Charlotte for a couple years in computer engineering, and I transferred to computer science. I do eventually want to get into game design and game programming. I mean, I am a programmer myself. I mentioned earlier I do C++, C#, Python, HTML, if that counts. But I'm currently in the process of designing my website. It's going to be at www.imightbelonk.net. I might change that to .com eventually. I'm designing it. I've been trying to just decipher whether or not I want to actually use. There's this really cool thing coming out called the Grid. I don't know if you guys know much about the Grid. It seems kind of sketchy, but it's like a.
It's essentially Squarespace.
It's essentially Squarespace. Thank you, Evan. With
except they use
it's
the word,
more edgy.
They use the word AI in terms.
They use the word AI, yeah.
Which it's not really AI.
Right.
But they call it AI to make it sound cooler. It's basically Squarespace.
Yeah.
Maybe you should just use Squarespace.
I'm probably just going to use Squarespace because I have a lot of stuff going on. So, but when I finish my degree, which will be in the next 2 years, I'm probably going to move somewhere. I'd like to work for Epic Games and carry with my friends over at Mighty Rabbit. I don't know if they're in the stream or not yet. They did mention me on Twitter, so I tweeted out to them. I was like, hey, yo, Mighty Rabbit. Mighty Rabbit Studios is the people that got me interested in indie games to begin with. I didn't really play much on Steam besides stuff that I found like for good deals, and I didn't really know what the indie scene was until about a year and a half ago when I first heard about Saturday Morning RPG, and then I met the developers at the Tilt Expo in Durham, North Carolina at the convention center. They're a really good group of about 6 guys, and they make some really good games. Their best-selling game is called Breach and Clear. I can send that on the Skype chat so they can send it to you. So let me go to Steam and find that for you while we're talking about some stuff. But they are very influential in my life, and they've helped me motivated me to do a lot of the things that I'm doing today for the indie community because I feel so passionately about it. And that's, when I first, saw the Indie Game Riot guys over at MagFest last year. No, it was last year. It was like 6 months ago. I say last year, because next year's 2016, so whatever. But Breach and Clear is really cool. They've got a couple different DLCs out for it and everything, and they're really good developers, and you should go give them a purchase or whatever if they need it. To be honest, though, the game that they really need to sell is Saturday Morning RPG, and it's my favorite game of theirs. It's very 80s-esque. If you watched my review earlier in the chat, you can find that. You can repost that link if you want to. Guys over there at Indie Game Riot. It's just, I don't know. There's something about that game. It's an RPG. It's obviously an RPG, duh. But it's you play as Marty, and you're in a character that runs through this 80s themed pixelated art type deal, and it's really interesting. And you play, if you've ever played Super Mario RPG, that's the kind of combat mechanic that goes into the mix there. So you go into a battle, and then you pick a move, and you get these items. And my favorite one is the Sword of the Unknowns, and I think I mentioned that there in the video. So if you guys watch that, you can let me know how you like that. That was my first review, so don't be too hard on me. Okay. Next on the agenda is talking to you guys. I wanted to see what kind of content would be interesting to view on my channel, what you think, if you've, checked out my channel. I don't know how many people we have in the stream right now, but if you have any questions about what I do or what you'd like to see from me in the future, I'm trying to be as creative as I can, so I'm really open to a lot of different ideas. So, but okay, awesome. There's over 20 people, so all right. You're a character that has to go back. An adult with a child's personality at times. I like it. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I have no idea what's going on in chat right now. Okay, for the scripted LPs that I mentioned earlier, those are going to be fan-made Zelda games. So let me pull up my list that I've created about the fan-made Zelda games. It's like I listed the top 25 fan-made Zelda games, and you can check those out. They're actually really cool. You can download them all. They're all open source for the most part. Not videos, games. Let me just do fan-made Zelda games. Oh yeah, Zelda Dungeon. Go check out zeldadungeon.net. Those guys are awesome. If you like Legend of Zelda and you just want some, it's just a cool website. And if you're having some trouble getting some stuff, like an item or something like that in a Zelda game, Zelda Dungeon is my favorite. So here's a couple things that I have from Zelda games. There's a couple hacks. There's in my list of things to do. The Legend of Zelda Outlands is an interesting title. The plot is that the Thunderbird, a horrible guardian encountered by Link in the Great Palace of Zelda 2, has somehow survived and is out for revenge. So this is Zelda 2 style. So the missing LONk, professional wrestler. No, I'm not a wrestler. But wow, the chat's crazy. I love it. I love you guys. You're awesome. But this hack is in the style of Zelda 2. So in it, Link must track down the captured Tetrarch fairies, and with their help, break open again secret golden vault where the creature now resides. Go defeat it, and go through 18 new dungeons hidden with completely unfamiliar terrain. And Zelda herself will make appearances to help the hero, providing items and sage advice crucial to the new journey. Oh yeah, here's the one that that is like my brainchild. I love this game. Yeah, what was the name? Pre-post round. I probably butchered your name, I'm sorry, but that's actually one of the things that I want to do as well, is talk about older games that you may or may not have heard of, but should definitely give a chance. It's kind of my tagline. But what's really interesting about older games, like, a lot of people don't think to review older games. I mostly try to stick to newer games to help out the indie community, but I'd also like to find hidden gems from the dark ages of video gaming. Pre-poster on. Wow, yeah, I completely destroyed that. I'm sorry. I'm bad with names, good with faces. Don't hate me too much. Oh my gosh. But back to parallel worlds. So, Legends of the Parallel Worlds is by far the most popular fan-made Zelda hack out there. It really combines aspects of Dark Souls difficulty and really brings the idea behind Nintendo Hard back to the Zelda franchise. Pre-poster own, actually. Oh my god. Better than being called preposition. You guys are hilarious. Okay. Oh, this one's good. This one's good. Okay. I feel so comfortable just talking about like random Zelda stuff with you guys too. So this one's hilarious. Go check this one out. Just search for Google search for Zelda's Birthday. Zelda's Birthday is a fan-made Zelda game about Ocarina of Time, and it was released in honor of the 10th anniversary of the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And it's the only full, complete hack for the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. It's a completely different storyline, and it has some really funny cutscenes. It makes me smile. So yeah, romhacking.net. I'm not familiar with that. Let me look that up. I used to use what was that one? Come on, help me out here. A CNET or something?
CNET?
I don't know. It's not. I don't know what it's called. It's called come on, help me out here.
I don't even.
Coolroms.com. That's the one that I use mostly for older games or Zelda hacks. Yeah, romhacking.net. But did he send me a specific link? Yeah, it was the first good link. Okay, yeah. So that's probably a link to either Zelda's Birthday or one of the other ones I was talking about. Oh my god. Someone actually did this. I've heard about this one as well. The Adventure of Link 2 is a sequel to The Adventure of Link. Okay, I'm going to talk about this. Zelda 2 was, like, my least favorite Zelda game just because I had no idea what was going on the entire time. So, when I heard about that they made a fan-made, like, sequel to it, it kind of was like, what? So, but you can actually get the overworld maps, the map editor for this game, and you can make your own maps through GitHub. So, and I'm on ZeldaDungeon.net right now, just going down a list. So, the Legend of Zelda: The Voyager of Time takes place after Majora's Mask, apparently, and it's not a direct sequel though. It has it where Link comes back to the Kokiri Forest and tries to find peace after his last adventure. But, you know, of course, Link, heroes never get rest, so he goes on another adventure. I don't know much about this game, but I don't know if the main villain is Ganondorf, or, yep, the main villain is Ganondorf. What a surprise. Let me see if I can find the one. There was a game earlier that was kind of... Listen and talk, it's possible. Join us. Awesome, yes. talk to us. Let me know what you want to talk about. I'm all ears. We've got a little under an hour to go on this panel, so I'm trying to fill as much as I can with it. But what I wanted to talk about was this is actually interesting because the game that I'm about to tell you about is actually kind of indie in a weird kind of way. It's a multiplayer mod for like a 8-bit style Zelda game, but it's the Ocarina of Time. So it's someone has created an 8-bit Ocarina of Time. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. I found it on I saw it on Zelda Informer, and they just announced recently that they're doing multiplayer, and it's just really cool to me to see that like there's people out there that are just doing this for fun. Like they're not trying to make any money off of this, and that just blows my mind. And I'm just I guess not really, because I don't make that much money off of YouTube right now, or little to none at all. I make like 50 cents or whatever. But I mean, eventually YouTube is like a very, like you can make money off of it. Like you can get there eventually with just making fan-made games. People could donate to you, but like you can't technically like sell your game. It's just for fun. So the Zelda Mystery of Solaris game. Oh, dude, that's Francis. What's up, Francis? That's my boy. Go check him out on SoundCloud. Shout out. Here, let me find his SoundCloud real quick. Hang on. He is my boy from Canada, and he is awesome. We've been trying for the past like week to get like a jam session going on, because I haven't even talked about this yet. I also produce music. Well, I'm producing music in the future as we speak. It's an ongoing process, but yeah, it's fun. Oh, is there a link to your channel somewhere? Yes, there is. I think my boy's over at. It's further up the chat. So if you could repost that, I did that in the Skype thing. Let me go ahead and send you an accurate.
I googled the missing LONk.
You googled the missing LONk on YouTube. You're not gonna find it. Good luck. No. That's hilarious. That's kind of ironic because oh my god, I'm just done. No, that's hilarious. Okay, I might be LONk. YouTube. You can actually type in your search bar, I might be LONk YouTube, and it comes up. Let me know if that actually works, because that would make me really happy if I was the first result, because that'd be a lot of hard work putting into that. I'm gonna go ahead, even if you can't, I'm gonna go ahead and send these guys in the Skype chat a direct link to my channel. It's youtube.com/I-might-be-LONk. It's pretty easy to find. There you go. You got it, guys. It's pretty easy. It's not complicated. I got the custom URL going on. It's no numbers, no craziness. I do need some more channel art, though, so if any of you guys are artists and want to do some channel art, I will definitely give you guys a shout out, because I'm looking to support local artists as well. That's one of my things as well. I'm heavily involved with, which brings me to my next topic. I'm heavily involved with a lot of what Game Chops does. And Game Chops is a collective group. It's like a record label, but they make what's called video game music. When a lot of them make a genre called chiptune. Some of them just make video game aspects into their music. And their latest album is called, gosh, wow, Splatoons. Like, if you've heard of the game Splatoon, the new game by Nintendo, which is amazing, and you should definitely play it if you haven't played it already. Splatoons, they spelled it like Splatoons, with T-U-N-N-E-S. I can't spell. But yeah, Game Chops. Definitely check out my friends over at Game Chops. My friend Game Chops, the collective hive mind. Here, I'll send this over to the guys over here. But all of these, I know all of these guys personally, and they're amazing people. So if you could every now and then drop in on their streams, check them out. They have my friend Chris. He's the leader of Game Chops. He does a weekly chiptune show called This Week in Chiptune, and I'll do a quick shout out to him. That is amazing. Francis in the chat can tell you all about that. That's at twitch.tv/DJ Cutman. DJ Cutman is my friend Chris. He is an amazing guy. There's not many people in this world that I would follow to the ends of the earth, and he's one of them because I'm, yeah. Oh, he's got it. DJ Cubanita on the links. Awesome, dude. Thank you so much.
Please don't be pronouncing that right.
What? Coop Canada? I mean, I'm assuming I am. I mean, it's Canada, but with Koopa in it. So Coop Canada. I never actually said it out loud. I just read it on a computer screen. But anyways, what else? I think Coop Canada mentioned what is it? The Solaris one? Where is it? Mystery of Solaris. Oh God. Now that we're going back to Zelda hacks for a little bit because he mentioned that he wanted to talk about that. This game was released in 2011. Okay, it was an April Fool's joke, but the Zelda Mystery of Solaris is a real game with 2 huge dungeons and 5 to 10 hours of playing. But don't expect the game that looks like others. Everything is possible here. It is made with the Solaris engine, just like Zelda Mystery Dungeon, like Zelda Mystery of Solaris DX. Oh wait, this is okay. To clarify, the Legend of Zelda Mystery of Solaris XD is a thing, and then there's Legend of Zelda Mystery of Solaris DX, and they're both made with the Solaris engine. One of them's an April Fool's joke. One of them is also an April Fool's joke in 2008, and was written in C++. Go figure. Hey, that's my language. Speaking my language.
Spam sent.
Oh my God, what is that?
You, I have no idea because you post weird stuff.
What is that? Is that something of mine? Yeah, ask him what that is. I have no idea. But yeah, Mystery of Slayers, I have no idea what this is. I'll have to check that out eventually. But it looks promising. Anything that was released as an April Fool's joke is probably interesting. I think it's supposed to be a link to the past, a logical extension. So, oh yeah, I've seen the box art for it now. Like the box art for it now. It's actually pretty interesting. I think the Mystery of Solaris DX. The other one's XD, which is kind of funny. I love how they do that. What I would like to see, okay, for the fan-made Zelda community is even more indie than indie. I don't how it's oh yeah, I'm super indie underground, but it's interesting because I participate in some of the forums that they do, and something that's been in the works for a while is we really want to get an Oracle of Secrets thing. It was actually a tech demo that Nintendo actually made a while back, and of course this one would be an Oracle's game where Oracle style, Game Boy Color-esque, but it would be have the theme of Feor or Green. That would be the Oracle, which I think that would be an interesting play on that, and it would be fun to do that. Even if Nintendo did it themselves. I mean, I feel like with for the 3DS, I feel like that would be a really good approach. Eventually, Nintendo probably will take that direction someday with it, but until then, we can only hope, I suppose. Onward to, I guess the next topic I can talk about is the ideology behind the music that I listen to and why I do it, and Evan can participate in this conversation. We're talking about music now.
Okay.
The music that I listen to is the thing. It's very unique, so we can get Evan in here. But this is kind of one of the things I wanted to talk about with you is just, I guess, number one, your ideology behind music, and then how we connect on that level, and where VGM and chiptune is going towards the future. So
Okay.
yeah, whatever you want to. Is there anything specific you wanted to talk about? With chiptunes.
I didn't even know you were gonna bring me into the chat. So, wait.
Oh my God, the Lonk's Awakening thing.
Lonk's
I shared with Ben. Yeah, that's an app on the iTunes store. It's like a Flappy Bird clone, and it sucks. So don't play that.
Okay. Don't play Flappy Bird clones.
No,
You heard it here first.
Heard it here first, folks. Flappy Bird clones.
Well, can't even get original Flappy Bird. So what even? All right.
Yeah.
So what did you want to ask me?
Just your opinions on electronic music.
Electronic music.
I'm
That's
just gonna
very
off
broad.
you.
You might need to give me something to go off.
VGM and specifically, and where the specifically game shops and how they're innovating, and what you think, why you think it's such a good community to be a part of,
Oh god, they're the nicest people I've ever. Well, honestly, I haven't like been in on like too many like music communities that much, and I never really really got to know the Game Chops people until we went to too many games, and like those people are some of the nicest people I've ever met. They're super inclusive, and you'll see you'll see in like other like music communities like. They're not as inclusive necessarily. Don't really think of examples off the top of my head, but like Game Chops, like they straight up have panels at cons, and you can just go up and talk to them. They're nobody's like too good to talk to you or anything like that. They're really really nice people to begin with, and what they're doing with Game Chops is kind of neat. Taking video game music that's familiar to some people and making it more like danceable. Some people may even say more club friendly. Finger quotes. I'm not sure why I did finger quotes there.
Apparently, someone knows either you or Evan, Reverend DS, on Too Many Games.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, what was he saying?
I've been sitting here going, I know him. Where and how? Probably Too Many Games.
That's what he said.
Oh, really?
Said
Okay.
Too Many games.
Okay.
Games.
Well,
I talked to a few people.
We met so many people at Too Many Games.
Yeah.
He said that's Rev.
Okay. We actually drove 8 hours to be at Too Many Games. I know.
He's the third indie game Riot host. He was with them.
He was with them.
He's the tall, lanky one.
The tall, the guy that like drove like a long distance. Is that him? I remember talking about that. That was.
Yep, that's him.
Okay, yeah, you're the guy that beat me on that. Okay, yeah, because I was like, yeah, we drove such a long way. He's like, yeah, well, I drove. What was
SoCal.
like? Yeah, he drove from like Southern California.
Dang.
All the way. I can't.
Yeah, a lot of people have been like, I know a few people who've been like con hopping this whole summer.
Yeah, gosh, and that's something that I wanted to talk about before we get back into music is that something that I realized when we had some financial issues and we didn't get to go to SGC is that a lot of the times people, especially content creators, fall short by especially early content creators fall short by maybe trying to get to like so many cons during the year, which is always a good thing. But sometimes if they're not within your budget and you're going to more cons rather than focusing on your content, like that's the most important part is the actual content creation. So if you're just going to these events trying to just network, which is a good thing, it's good to network. If I hadn't gone to MacFest or Too Many Games, I wouldn't have connected and then reconnected with the Indie Game Riot guys, and I wouldn't be here right now. However, the Too Many Games trip was very, very much within our budget, and it was so smooth. When this week rolled around, we had so many things happen to us right before we left, and I still wanted to go to SGC, but then I realized, well, hey, let's not go. And then I went and I emailed Indie Game Riot guys, and I was like, listen, I didn't go. Where do you need a panel? And they were like, Friday, between 12 and 3. And I was like, all right, let's go. That sounds more fun anyway, because I can do that from sitting in my apartment. So here we are. Yeah. And it's amazing. I mean, I wasn't as familiar with Hitbox, but I'm kind of liking the platform. If I can only get the chat working on my browsers, that's fine. I got it working on my phone right now. That's how I'm responding to your guys' comments. I'm so glad and thankful. Yeah, I got my wife here, keeping up with them there. But yeah, if you're trying to start out in YouTube stuff, I've been doing it. God, I've been a part of a lot of different YouTube channels over the years, helping them. I haven't been the main guy since I started until I started LONk. LONk is my own personal brand. So, but okay, awesome. There's some Skype chat shenanigans going on. But the LONk brand is the first time I've actually had my own personal brand, and it's been quite a journey, starting from the absolute bottom again and working my way up. Just because, along the way, it's very interesting. Why Hitbox? I don't know. You'll have to ask the Indie Game Riot guys why Hitbox. I think they had an issue with Twitch earlier, and they were like, oh, Hitbox. So I mean, Hitbox, Twitch, YouTube gaming, I mean, whatever you want to use. I'm not really too.
But we
picky.
still don't know how YouTube gaming's gonna pan out.
Well, yeah. I mean, they haven't really like officially released it, so.
Yeah, they've announced it and stuff, and like, here's hoping to.
Xbox
To
have
them.
better policies than Twitch.
Yeah, they really did. They do.
But in terms of YouTube gaming, like, here's hoping that they don't like screw it up and make it more difficult in the
Yeah.
first place. But you know, there are kind of some indicators of how YouTube handles content with their video system alone. So maybe they'll deal with that too. But
Yeah.
we don't, at this point, we just don't know.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, I guess we can veer back to music again. My personal style, I'm still trying to find my 100% like what my sound sounds like, because I feel like each artist needs to have their own unique sound.
Yeah, and the only way to do that is just produce a buttload of content.
Who's that guy that has just
Oh.
terabytes?
Okay, so I'm not entirely sure how familiar the entire crowd here is with electronic music, but there's, I'm sure you've all heard of SoundCloud, and SoundCloud's like a really interesting environment now, where a lot of people, more people who started like really early, like just dumping music on the internet. It's kind of how MySpace used to be. There's one music producer, Cashmere Cat, who's been like producing music for ages. Now he has like crazy attention just from starting on the internet. Now he's like producing for major artists like Kanye West and whatnot. And he has like a very interesting sound in the first place that's kind of been influential in a lot of new artists now. And I remember I was like just scrolling through his Twitter feed or whatever, and he's backing up all this music, and it's literally on like a stack of terabyte hard drives, just all his project files. So that's kind of like,
And most of it's not even released. Like,
that's
that's
a lot of it.
yeah.
Like you don't release 90% of the music that you make, at least in terms of like music production.
Yeah, but anyways, what I want to talk about is like my personal influences in electronic music, and then we can talk about yours and what
Oh,
kind of
okay,
like stuff you like.
that's a lot.
That's a lot. I know. Like, I mean, we got you know
Let me
about what
start
30,
thinking about
30
it.
40 minutes left. So
You're
Wow.
relatively new to it though, because
yeah, I am.
when I first met you, like
I knew
Not-
nothing.
not
nothing.
even a year
I knew
ago.
nothing. Trace McNeil.
Yeah, but like I don't. Was it just Game Chop's crew that got you into
Yeah.
more electronic music?
Yeah, that was it.
Because I have this bad habit. I guess it's kind of a bad habit where I kind of stalk my friends' Facebook like links for what they like music wise, because I'm kind of interested in. Like I'm kind of obsessive about making music recommendations for people. It's like, oh, they like this person, maybe they'll like this person, and like I just link dump a lot of people music. And I was just like stalking Trace's Facebook, and I see like people I was familiar with that I wasn't expecting, like Lido and Lindsay
Yeah,
Lohan
yeah.
and all that. It's like, wait, I like context. Like, wait, Trace, hold up a second. You didn't tell me about this.
Yeah, I know. I kind of just like the thing with me is I always wanted to be a video maker. I've been a video maker since I was about 11 years old, and over the past year I just literally fell into electronic music. It's one of those things. You know how you're like you look back and you're like, how'd you get into this? And I'm like, well, it just kind of happened. You know,
just went to some cons, and
Yeah.
like things happened, and you ended up just playing video games with people from Game Chops, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, we do music too."
Yeah, and then
And-
that's how I connected with Chris and Clark. I was actually at the same con that LONk was born, where I met Game Chops. So it's been a
Wasn't
process.
it that weird pinball convention?
The Tilt Expo. Yeah, we
Tilt
mentioned it
Expo.
already. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I wasn't there for Tilt
Well,
Expo.
what happened with the Tilt Expo is that the promoter failed, so literally like 150 people showed up instead of a couple thousand.
Yeah.
So they had like really big names for music there, and there was nobody there. So, especially for Chris and Clark, that was like we got at one point the whole crowd around them because they made them DJ like outside, not on the main stage for some reason. So they wouldn't let them. So they were kind of upset about that, but it worked out, and that's how Chris and Clark connected. You can check them out on SoundCloud as well. I'm gonna send you their things. SoundCloud. I mean, they're in the Game Chops thing.
You're
so-
literally typing the URL.
Sad that you never seen
SoundCloud.com/DJ Cutman.
Are you sure those are the correct links?
Those are correct links.
He knows I'm hard.
So,
Dude,
yeah,
typing
also,
out URLs makes me nervous.
also, before the time runs out, and I don't get time to mention this, Patreon is something that I've getting involved with eventually when I hit my probably my 500 to 1,000 subscriber mark on my YouTube channel. Once I start getting more content available on there, it's been a journey getting set up to actually have content. Okay, 14 minutes, great. So I know the Indie Game Riot guys have a Patreon as well. You should definitely check that out. You should also check out the Patreon available for most of the artists on Game Shops. Most of them, do Patreons. I think Chris makes a good habit of making sure a lot of them do Patreon.
I don't know.
I know
how many
Ben Briggs.
Most of the people who do Patreons do kind of things at least around or alternatives to music, because like Ben Briggs, he does like speed runs and composing video game music or just composing music, and I think he does some other thing. There's a lot of streamers. Well, Patreon is like a good source of like additional income for people who do streams and stuff. Grimecraft has his own Patreon because he does like a lot of stuff between just playing shows, producing music, and hosting. He actually hosts like online DJ sets with like special, really cool special guests.
Yeah, and that's something that Twitch does right, in my opinion, is they really helped out the Game Shops guys. They may have crappy policies most of the time, but as far as the Game Shops crew goes, and some of the people that in my community, Twitch has been really friendly to all of them, and excluding Sammy, of course, because he's got like 6,000 followers, but he's not even partnered yet. Yeah. And he's got such good content and such a good following. But you should definitely check out their stuff. If you find Game Shops, you'll find the rest of them eventually. Yeah. They're all really great guys. The community that we're involved with is phenomenal, and they're all amazing people. Some of the best friends I've ever had, and they're like family, and that's I think that's important. So, and I hope that me and the Indie Game Riot guys will get there eventually too, because it's something that I'm really passionate about, is making sure that there's a community and a network of people that enjoy the same type of things. So, and I don't know if they're big fans of electronic music or not yet, but I'll convert them yet because video game music is amazing, and you guys should definitely get into it. Just listen to it.
I have a feeling they like video game music in the first place, seeing that they like video.
I mean, Jack said he used to make industrial stuff.
Ooh. Oh, really?
Ooh. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. Very
said that?
Tech.
I don't know who Tech is.
Tech.
It is.
Taquito.
You know who it is?
Industrial stuff. No, I don't. I mean, they're in the chat. But yeah, that's really interesting.
Good in my book.
Yeah. So, I know it's like we got about 10 minutes left. If you guys have any questions about, the future of LONk, feel free to ask me. I'm gonna be making. Well, I mean, once I hit my 500 subscriber mark, which should happen hopefully within the next 6 months, going along with the momentum that I've had over the past 2 months with networking and making sure everything was squared away. Once I hit that, I'm gonna be making exclusive like T-shirts. Like I'm gonna have a T-shirt site when I get my site up and running. I'll probably use Squarespace just because it's easy. I mean, I know how to design a website by scratch, but it's just easier. God, I'm gonna butcher. I'm not Prep. I'm gonna call you Prep because I'm gonna butcher your name every time. He says that all I do is remix MIDI time to time. So
remix MIDI.
He does ask what my upload schedule is. Starting next week, my upload schedule is going to be hopefully one indie video, indie game review a week, and I'm probably gonna up the ante and do 5 to 7 minutes instead of 3 to 5, just because there's a little bit more content. And I'm gonna try that for a couple videos and see how that works. If he gets good reception, then I'll keep it around 5 to 7. I started off with 3 to 5 just to get practice editing and stuff like that. I mean editing my editing style. But now that I have my editing style down, it should be going. I want to get out more videos a week. We're gonna start with one every week, because I have got a lot of indie games to go through. Speaking of which, right now is a good time to name off some of the people that I work with in the indie game community. So I'm going to link you guys to some things, and I'll start wrapping it up here. So, my friend, he's got like 4 different names for his things, but there's Black Shell Media. and I don't know. I don't know if you guys know that he does a lot of. I play a lot of roguelike games, and so there's Black Shell Media. They do and Daniel Dawn, and he does and like Revenant Arena is his Twitter handle, and he's got some games called Overture. You can find that on Steam. Overture and a couple other games that he does, and he's given me a couple keys. I think they also had influences, and they had helped out in a game called Pongo, and there's one other game that he gifted me called Titan something. I'll have to link it to the guys later in chat. And another guy is you should check out is another game you should check out by my friend Jim is Dungeon Mans. That's another roguelike game.
It's still like in the process of being made.
And it's still in the process of being made. You can actually watch him make it live on Twitch. He actually does a dev stream. And my favorite game coming out in 2016, and I know the indie gamer guys have heard of it, is called Star Mazer. That game, yeah, I see them in Skype. They're like, what's up? Just like, oh my god, I am so hyped for that game.
He said yes.
It is. Yeah, it is like space dandy. It is like.
Everybody's flipping out.
Yeah, everybody should flip out about Star Mazer. Star Mazer is the bee's knees, and it is going to be awesome. I'm pretty sure I'm a backer on their project. I've got the beta access. Hopefully I can get that out on my channel. That's gonna be awesome. To get some traffic on that way. I think I'm gonna get a lot of traffic from that. I'm really excited. I've been talking to them, on Twitch, and live streaming in general is just a phenomenal, way to network with people. And that's how I met them at MagFest as well. And I met Austin, the programmer. But I've been heavily involved with talking to Don at Skinny Tie and at Film Ed. So, yeah, the music lineup is so absurdly wonderful. Yeah, absolutely, Dean.
Because it makes him busy.
It does. Star Mazer is going to be epic. So actually, I think I know Ayo Shut Duff or something. I forget his name. Was like he actually did a song for Star Mazer.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He actually did. He composed one of the songs. He's someone in the VGM community that did. Yeah, I'm gonna get these links to you guys later. But yeah, I think he's
launched to you later.
These LONks. Oh my god.
Okay,
the joke
no,
came.
we're not calling them lonks.
The missing LONk. The missing LONks. Everyone.
It's done. The puns have been
Okay.
But those are the couple of the guys that you should check out that I know for sure. Let me see. Let me check my Steam. I have a little list of indie games. I think on a notepad. How much time do we have, guys? Like 5-ish minutes?
Somebody put 5.
5 minutes. Okay, perfect. Just enough time. My indie game review list.
Okay, apparently Tech says that's a good pun that you can market.
Yeah, I can market the crap out of that. If you haven't already, Hotline Miami 2 is out. You should check that out.
It's been out for a while.
Yeah, I know. It's been out for a while. You probably know about it. Titan Souls is another good indie game to check out. Also, Axiom Verge. There's a iOS game called Alien Menace. It's kind of a... It's all right. I'm going to review that for my friend Ben Sowers eventually when I get to it. I got a little adapter for my phone.
Okay, just to let y'all know, he does not tell me who is running this. He does not tell me who you are. I would love to know you guys. He doesn't let me know. He says, I'm doing this, like early this morning.
Yeah.
He does not give me any warning.
Yeah.
He says, I'm doing this, you help.
Oh, Hotline Miami 1. There's a couple differences. I think there's like dual wielding in Hotline Miami 2. I haven't played like too much of it yet, but I don't play games a lot of games outside of like streaming or when I get review footage these days because I'm so busy. So I have a lot of backed up footage that I just haven't got around to. What?
You got like 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Probably.
Okay. Anyways, I want to do just a quick shout out to everyone in the stream. Thank you for putting up with my shenanigans over the past little bit. It's been fun. Please go check out my YouTube channel. It helps me help you help get indie games out there. I know Dean knows that struggle, and we all know that struggle. You got everyone.
You got 4 minutes.
We got 4 minutes.
We got 4 minutes.
We got everyone in the community.
My sense of time is awful.
Yeah, but we're working on some cool stuff over here in the LONk Creation Studios. You can find me on Twitter. I got a Facebook page too. I post some too. Shenanigans.
He has many.
Yeah, I do a lot of stuff. But I want to thank everyone for coming out. Again, my YouTube channel is youtube.com/ImightBeLonk. My main source of I love Twitter, so @MightBeLonk. It's up there right
he'll
there.
He'll answer his Twitter a lot if you do anything
Yeah.
on Twitter. He'll answer it instantly.
So Twitter's the preferred media for me to contact me about anything. So just follow me, message me, whatever, tweet to me. I don't care, whatever you want to do. Also, don't forget about my Twitch channel. I'm gonna have a schedule where I stream a lot of indie games. I want to eventually get a 3DS capture card so I can do some 3DS games and stuff like that.
Monster Hunter.
Yeah, Monster Hunter.
Oh gosh.
So I'll be on MH5, which is a Monster Hunter show with my friends over at Insert Coin Theater. They're a streaming group that I'm friends with. Most of them, and they stream cool stuff, including Monster Hunter and Dirty Bomb. Recently, they've been playing a lot of Dirty Bomb.
And they've also been
Something
playing there's this new equivalent to Monster Hunter being put out by the people who made Samurai War.
Something with a T.
It's
Takayashi or something.
Takayashi.
I don't know.
my God.
That's not it.
That's not it at all.
It-
You know what I'm talking? Tokiden.
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 Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
Tokiden. That's okay. So I butchered that. I am
You
bad with that.
You're butchering names.
But anyways,
really bad.
I think that about wraps it up.
Anybody have any questions?
If anyone has any questions, comments, concerns, I can look at my chat now and actually go through there. Yeah, Monster Hunter. I'll definitely play the 4th sometime. Yeah, the 4th is awesome. Thank you, Taquito, for the link. Yeah, the Phantom ruined everything in Dirty Bomb. I totally agree, but he's pretty cool. Let's see, what else? Let's see. Does anyone have any questions? I'm just going through the chat to see if anyone is cool. Yes, at Revenant Arena Dungeon Mans. Dude, Taquito, you're awesome. On these links right now. I appreciate that. That really helps us out.
Oh, look, he gets a big smile now.
Yeah. So, anyways, let's see. I think that about wraps up the panel. Most stuff. If you have any questions, just let me know. If you have any suggestions, please don't. Feel free to email me at mightbelonk@gmail.com. If any of you are in development of a game or know someone who is in the development of a game that we here at the Indie Game Riot guys or I don't know about, feel free to email either of us about it, and they can contact me, or they can talk about it themselves, which I'm sure they will, and we can try to get that out there. So that's kind of our entire purpose of existence, because that's what we love to do. So
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank you.
definitely.
Thank you for doing the panel there,
Yeah,
Lonk.
and thank you
Again.
for filling a few extra minutes for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, go check out I Might Be Lonk on on YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah.
Subscribe, follow, give money to if you have it to support
I have
your fellow
on my Twitch.
your fellow gamers, because that's one huge part of gaming is helping each other. So thank you, and we're gonna go ahead and go to our standby screen. So
Okay.
excuse us while
We're
we do
still
that.
we're still gonna be chatting a little bit, but
Yeah, we'll still be
we've
audio.
got to.
One more thing I want to show you real quick that my friend made me.
We're already switched.
But oh well, he can show us.
Where is it?
You can show them.
What?
You can
It's
show
already
them.
done.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
In the meantime, just we do have a double block of indie games coming up to be exhibited.
Yep.
So
that
stick
I
around
am
for that.
working on grabbing now.
What is that?
It's a
Oh,
little
that's
pendant.
cool.
Yeah,
that's
it's
cool.
a little LONk pendant. my
Oh,
friend.
nice.
Yeah. So I also have a Blast Mask one because that's my favorite mask from Majora's Mask. Because it's just it replaces your sword with the A button that says explode, and you just blow up.
The cut scared you guys. Sorry.